Hello, I'm Cecyria. Welcome back to another one of my weird videos. So, yeah, today I'll just be talking about the drawing, not like introduction to my channel or anything like that, because I did that last time. But yeah, so, here is the drawing for IDamiant. I don't know how to pronounce the username, but yeah, this is the character Elizabeth. I'm talking weird, but yeah, the character Elizabeth. It's a contest prize for Evasio Vistas contest. I donated a little prize for the contest, and I forgot because I switched accounts, and then I never really did it. So yeah, I'm sketching that, and here I'm trying to do the pose. So yeah, I was trying to figure out where to position the legs and the arms, and then yeah, the legs are too short and everything. I wasn't really gonna draw the legs, but I wanted to draw like little strappy legging things she has because I thought they were cute. It says that Elizabeth, her hobby and passion is drawing, so I drew her with a pen. In her reference, she has a pen in her hand, but you can't see it. So I'm sketching now, and I'm doing the head shape. I always find the head shape really hard. Like, not hard, not really challenging and like super hard. I just find it a little hard in general because I normally do it wrong or make it look weird. And then I struggled with the shoulders here a little bit. I don't think I'm really happy with it in the finished product, but they ended up looking okay in the end. So, and here I flipped my canvas finally. Like, I don't normally flip my canvas. Even though I set the shortcut for it, I don't like press it. But I think here I think when I was drawing I accidentally pressed T, and that was my shortcut, and so I flipped my canvas a lot in this one. Yeah. And then I'm just moving the hand up because it looked like her arm was too long. And I'm trying to draw the hand, and I gave up on it, so I just left it like that. And then here her body looked like too short, and oh yeah, I was adjusting the thumb there because my friend told me that when you're drawing, if the palm is facing the viewer, then the thumb should be closer to the character. But the palm is not facing the viewer, so I had to move the thumb over to the other side. And then Elizabeth draws, so there's her pen. And I was trying to reference a pen I had next to me on my desk, but it looked weird. And then I did the hand here. But then I realized that the pose, the hand, like, no one holds a pen like that. So, yeah, I like, got rid of the whole hand. Wait, yeah, here. I got rid of the whole hand. And then I googled, this is where I stopped, because I googled a pen so that I can use that as a reference. And then that didn't work, so I just drew it. Drew a pen. It looks more like sort of, it looks sort of more like a rectangle with a ribbon in it or something, like a scroll. But it works, so. And then here, I got the pen from my desk, and I held it in my left hand. And so I drew with my right hand to hopefully make a more natural pose. But it ended up looking just weird. But it's a lot better than the original one, so I was okay with that. And the arm looks, yeah, here. And then because the palm this time is facing the viewer, the thumb should have been away. Wait. Oh yeah, the palm is facing the viewer, so the thumb has to be closer to the character. But it wasn't. I drew it the other way around, so I had to go flip that. And here I'm drawing the legs. Yeah, and then I did adjust the anatomy a little bit because it looks sort of wrong. Not that wrong, as in like incorrect wrong. And then here I'm trying to do like the thighs. And I'm trying to draw both of them, but I didn't really like that, so I just drew one, and then the leg, and then the other leg, because that looked better. Yeah. Normally when I do anatomy sketches, I stick to that but I guess in this one I sort of changed it up a bit, made the legs like thinner and stuff like that. Then don't know what happened here. Guess I just stopped and did something. Yep, added weird feet, and then I was adjusting the legs and stuff here. Didn't really like how it looked. Yeah, and then I got rid of the anatomy sketch to look, and then I was looking at the reference, and I didn't really understand how to draw the color. Like, so I tried drawing it normally, but then I looked wrong and everything looked wrong, and I couldn't draw the color. So I ended up just like trying to draw it up, because I don't normally draw colors up, and I don't normally have my color up, so I don't really understand how to draw it. But I think it was okay in the end. It's not really the best. It didn't really look like a collar, but it looks okay. Yeah, I forgot the little straps on my shirt, so I had to like add that in at the end. Like with the glasses, I always forget something. Didn't really like the sleeves here, they were too long and they looked weird. And then I also adjusted the arm here. I didn't like how it was posed, so I changed it. Oh, I think I drew the skirt first. Yeah, I drew the skirt first, and I got rid of the legs and stuff. I had weird lines. No, not really weird. It was a pleated skirt. So, and then yeah, here I'm adjusting the arm now. Yeah, I wasn't really adjusting. I just like deleted the whole thing. Then I tried to hide the hand behind the skirt because I didn't want to draw it, and I found that looked weird. So I ended up drawing a weird looking hand. Yeah, and then here are the boots. The boots were fun, even though I didn't really do anything. Here I'm drawing the face. No, yeah, I tried drawing the hair first because I forgot. Sometimes I draw the hair first instead of the face first, and I've been trying to draw the face first instead of the hair. So yeah, that's why all that is gone. Drawing the eye here, and I adjusted that. I didn't want to redraw it. I don't like redrawing anything. So I tried saving it. And then I drew the whole face, and this eye sort of went wonky. Didn't really like it, and I had to like redraw the iris a lot. Those like the bit of the eye that shows, not the iris, but sort of like the frame. I call it the eye frames for some reason. Oh, here I switched brushes to more of a cleaner one because I didn't want to make my brush thinner. So I just used my other brush, my writing brush. And here I moved it up so that I can draw the shoes, because I realized that she's a bit like low on the page, and I'm not really good at drawing feet. So yeah, that's why it looks a bit weird. And here I'm drawing the hair. And then I adjusted the expression a bit because with one eye and eyebrow missing, it suddenly looked a lot like more weird. Well, I didn't really adjust anything, just enough so that she looks more smiley and less worried, I guess. And then I did sort of like adjust the hair to make it more my style, and then I was playing around with that because I didn't want to like make it not Elizabeth, but I wanted to keep it Elizabeth. So yeah. And then yeah, and then here because I wanted to colour it as saying sorry for it being so late, I cleaned the sketch up because I can't really colour something that messy. I'm trying to sketch a lot cleaner now. I'm trying to make cleaner sketches, but I guess this one I didn't really sketch very cleanly. I didn't add an ear in the sketch, sorry, I did that. I didn't realise when I was sketching, but I did when I was cleaning it up. And because normally when I'm sketching, I normally do line art over it. Instead of clean sketching, I'm more line arted. I'm more like lined it. That's why everything's a bit cleaner. And sometimes I rubbed the clean bit out and made it more sketchy, like there, so that it's not totally line arty. Because it's supposed to be a sketch. I don't want them like, yeah. Because just in case the IDamiant person, sorry, I don't know how to say your name, wanted a sketch, I decided to keep it more sketchy. And instead of like, well, you'll see. Then here I'm drawing the hand. The hand was hard. I don't like drawing hands. Like all of like the artists I know, like not all of them, but most of like the really good artists I know, they draw hands so easily, and I can't draw hands. Like they're so hard. And then yeah, hands are so hard. See, because like when you draw them, they always look weird, or they're facing the wrong way, or you've put the thumb in the wrong place or something like that. Yeah. And then here, I don't know what I'm doing here. Oh yes, I'm doing color now, I think. I don't normally set my, oh yeah, here. So I'm coloring now. I don't normally set my line up to multiply, although I'm trying to like play with that. Like maybe I should, I don't know. But yeah, I wanted to go for a more painty and soft style here. Because it was supposed to, I don't want it to make it like a fully finished piece, because it was supposed to be a sketch. So yeah. And then here I'm playing around with everything. I'm using my backgrounds brush, which is sort of like a watercolory brush that I just like. I think it's a watercolor brush. And then here I tried to use the paint bucket to do it, but I didn't have the soft painty style I wanted, so I didn't use that. Yeah. So I think I went with this one. And then I adjusted the settings on my painty brush so that it was more opaque and I could shade better. Because when I was shading earlier, I couldn't really see what I was shading and it looked like I did nothing. So yeah, I turned the opacity up. And I think I put the amount of paint up. I don't know if I did or not. No, I just did the opacity. Yeah, so whenever something's not working, I guess I just like turn the opacity up. And because I don't want to make it like super fancy, I, instead of making a new layer and clipping it, I just locked the transparent pixels and I shaded on that layer. It's probably not a good idea, but and then the eyes were a bit more simple because I didn't want it like totally, like, yeah, I didn't want it like totally fancy. And then here I put the amount of paint up to do the eye whites. And normally I use grey for the eye whites, but I wanted to try more of a purpley colour today. So yeah, and then there was the eye, and I was doing the highlight. It was a bit simple, just like light colour and then dark colour and then highlight. The hair was fun. I like the hair. I did do a lot of erasing and cleaning with the hair though, because it was more painty, but it was also really messy. Yeah, so, and then I'm just quickly painting, I'm sorry, not painting, erasing everything that's not outside of the line. And then I added more like black to cover up any gaps. Yeah, so there's a whole bunch of gaps there, so I just did that. Yeah, not really much to say about the erasing, because it's just erasing and cleaning. dot. So because it was really simple, I didn't really do any like fancy shading for this. I just like did shadows, and for the hair I did a bit of highlight and that's it. And here I'm doing the shadows. The shadows are fun. I like doing the shadows because it was so like painty. Yeah, and then I tried doing the highlights like that, but I ended up just doing like little dot sort of things. And I played around with the highlights a lot because I wanted it to look nice, but it didn't really look nice in the end. I just like, yeah, did those. And then yeah, that was, fix the highlights a little bit and that was it. I tried adding highlights over here, but I looked weird, so I just got rid of them. Now I'm doing the shirt. So I colour picked from Elizabeth's shirt, but I didn't really like that colour, so I adjusted it a bit. And the shirt was supposed to be a bit more painty, but I think I got lazy and I paint bucketed it. And then and then when I realised that I paint bucketed it, I didn't really want to redo the shading, so yeah, the shirt is very paint bucketed, but it still looks okay. And then I wanted to painty the skirt, so I painted on the skirt. I wouldn't really call it painting. I just like coloured it, but it's a watercolour brush, so I'm gonna call it painting. Here I'm doing more shadows, and then I adjusted it so that the skirt was lighter, otherwise it sort of looks like an extension of the hair or something. And then I decided to be painty with the stripes, but with the purple end instead of just paint bucketing it because I'm too lazy. So yeah, I really like the stripes. I like doing the stripes. I liked it better when it was just black and white, but I had to add the purple, otherwise it wouldn't really work. Yeah, but the purple looks nice. And then I added some shadow here. And then while I was shading, some of my friends, they put like grey over it, and then they reduced the opacity so it looks like it was shaded. But I don't really like doing it like that. I like to use a dark colour of the thing, and it was all stripy. I didn't want to change the colour a lot, so I just simple shaded it. And then here I'm trying to do the little stripe things. I don't know what they're called. I do, but I forgot. So the little stripe things that I forgot, so I added them on, and now I'm just doing finishing touches like background and stuff. Oh, and I never coloured the pen. I didn't colour the pen.